Hey everybody. With 2 weeks to go, you're probably going to think this is a bit of a big ask, but Mr. Mark and I have been so amazed by the resourcefulness and creativity that you've shown through your artwork over the last couple of months that it has inspired us to set some goals for the summer. And our goals are, we know they're connected to sort of two things. It's learning about art and learning through art. And we want you to do the same thing. Now, I personally find goal setting really hard because I find it hard to stay self-motivated. And when it comes to creativity and art, even though I'm an art teacher, I find it really overwhelming trying to come up with and generate original or novel ideas. So when it comes to goal setting and thinking about a goal in art, try and make sure you connect to a passion of yours, okay? Maybe you're really into PE, and so you think, well, what's the connection with art? Well, maybe your goal would be to master drawing the wooden mannequin. And that way you can then, anytime you're trying to communicate or create artwork connected to football playing or what have you, with confidence, you can then create these figures. Maybe you have a goal that is more straightforward, like how to draw an animal, and you bought one of these books at the Bookworm Book Fair earlier in the year. So your goal might simply be to get it off the shelf and have a go. And you could look up polar bears. And learning about art is really connected to learning the steps and strategies and how to handle the materials and tools and the artistic side or the technical side of art, learning about art. But learning through art has to do with persevering and trying again. And knowing that the more you practice and repeat something, the better you'll get at it. And staying motivated and organizing your time and things to see through the practice that it takes to master something. So think about those things with your goal setting. Now, we were inspired by a lot of things that we saw, and we know that you're doing even more than that at home, things we don't even realize that you're into at home. So we want to hear about your goals, and we'll share ours with you. Now, Mr. Mark and I, we have pretty similar but different goals, and I think he might be available actually to tell you. Let's see. Hey.
Hey Lise, how you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Talking goal setting.
Goal setting, nice one. I have one big goal for this summer, and that's to improve my ability to make digital art. And I was inspired by students in grade 5 that have been making a lot of digital art during continuous learning. And it's going to take two things. Number one, research. I need to find artists that make digital art, and I need to find out what technology they use, such as a program called Procreate. That's going to be one that I really look into. And number two is time management. I need to set aside time once a week or maybe once a day, 30 minutes, in order to try to improve my ability to make digital art. I'm really excited to find out what the students' goals are. Mm-hmm. What's your goal, Lise?
Well, this is a goal I've had for a really long time, and it's hard to make decisions on these kinds of things. But for ages, I've been so intrigued by the manga art that students have done. And so I want to know more about manga art. And then I've always had I've just always been so impressed by the illustrations and writing of Satoshi Kitamura. So I kind of want to learn about manga art and also create my own character for, maybe I'll use it as a comic strip, or maybe I'll use it on a website or something sometime. So that is my goal. Remember, you don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great.
And I want you to remember, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Have fun.
All right, let's get motivated to get started and turn art into a habit, knowing that it's not just about art, it's also what we learn through art that's important. You could set a long-term, really complex goal or a simple one. You could learn about art by copying images from a book or a source, and by that you can learn through art to improve your observation and fine motor skills. Or you can learn about art by mastering your signature, and learn through art to develop perseverance in decision making. Or you could learn about art by creating a stop motion video and learn through art to apply your knowledge and creativity. On page 2 of the template, plan and set your goals, and on the first page of the activity, upload the first steps that you take this week to achieving them.